Welcome to EduRev.
In this video, we will be studying about characteristics of living organisms, that is consciousness, other defining characters of living organisms, what is biodiversity, criteria to study living organisms, that is nomenclature, common names and scientific names, identification and classification. Consciousness is another important characteristic features of living organisms, which can be defined as awareness of the surroundings and responding to external stimuli. Stimuli is changes in the external environment, which can be physical, chemical, and biological in nature. Example for physical stimuli can be temperature, light, magnetic effect, electric effect. pH, redox, solvent, pollutants, chemical fertilizers are examples for chemical stimuli. Glucose, enzyme, pathogen, virus are examples for biological stimuli. Let's understand what are the effects of these stimuli on the living organisms. Light duration, also called as photoperiod, affects many seasonal breeders, plants as well as animals. Chemicals also show their effects in the living organisms when they are entering the body of the living organisms. Humans are superior to all living things as they have an additional ability of self consciousness. Therefore, consciousness can also said to be a defining property of living organisms. However, in the case of human beings, it is more difficult to define living state. For example, patients lying in coma supported by machines that replace heart and lungs are brain dead with no self consciousness. There are other characteristics of living organisms like self replication, self regulation, evolution, and so on, which also help in defining the living organisms. Self replication means production or synthesis of DNA on themselves. Self regulation, also called as homeostasis, is the ability of the organisms to maintain a relatively stable internal state that persists in spite of changes in the world outside. Evolution means gradual changes that is happening in the characters of the population, which is again occurring in the successive generation. So these characteristics containing organisms are diverse in nature. The earth hosts an immense variety of living organisms. According to a survey, the number of species that are known and described are between 1.7 to 1.8 million. This number refers to biodiversity on the earth. The term biodiversity or biological diversity means the number and types of organisms present on the earth or forms of the life in the living world. Biodiversity is not just limited to the existing life forms. If we explore new areas and even old ones, new organisms are continuously being added. This huge available variety cannot be studied without having a proper system of nomenclature, identification, and classification. Let's understand these criteria which is required for the studying of these living organisms one by one, starting with the nomenclature, which can be defined as naming of living organisms such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. Obviously, nomenclature or naming is only possible when the organism is described correctly and we know to what organism the name is attached to, which means it's important to identify the organisms before naming them. Identification aims at finding the correct name and appropriate position of an organism. The morphological and anatomical characters are examined for the proper identification. Once we identify and name the organisms, it is important to classify them. Classification refers to the process by which organisms are grouped into categories based on some easily observable characters. Biological classification is the scientific arrangement of organisms in a hierarchy of groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities and differences in the traits or characters. Let's further in detail understand this criteria which is required for studying of immense number of living organisms in the earth, starting with the nomenclature. Nomenclature, also called as naming, are of two types: common names and scientific names. The common names or vernacular names are the local names given to an organism in a specific language in a particular region. There are few advantages of these common names. Common names are easy to pronounce and are short. For example, cat or Billy are common names of Felis domestica, whereas P is a common name of Pisum sativum. People are familiar to these common names since childhood. They are based on some features of organisms. Example, Kava, which is a common name of crow, is named based on the sound that they make, cow cow. There are also few disadvantages of these common names. All the organisms cannot be named by this method as there are organisms of different sizes and shapes. Example, microbes, which are a trillion in earth. We cannot name each and every microbes in the earth. And organisms may have several names in a given language. For example, cat is a common name in English. In Russia, it is called as cot. In Hindi, billi. In Arabic, cat. In China, Mao. In French, chat. Gato in Spanish. A common names may have different meanings in different countries. Maize means wheat and other grains in USA, and it is called corn in Commonwealth countries. Common names may be incorrect. Example, jellyfish, a coelenterate, silverfish, an arthropod, starfish, and echinoderm are not real fishes. These names are not useful for scientific studies. Let's understand the scientific names. A scientific name is given by biologists. These names represent a particular organism in every part of the world. The system of providing scientific names is called as binomial nomenclature. For plants, scientific names are based on ICBN, International Code of Botanical Nomenclature, and animals, names on ICZN, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Scientific name ensures that each organism has only one name. Let's understand binomial nomenclature in furthermore detail. Binomial nomenclature was first developed by Carolus Linnaeus in 1751 in his book Philosophica Botanica. All scientific names for animals under binomial nomenclature were given by Linnaeus in the 10th edition of his book Systema Naturae. Linnaeus named plants according to binomial nomenclature in his book Species Plantarum. Binomial nomenclature is the system of providing distinct and appropriate names to organisms, each consisting of two words. First, generic name, which is name of the species, and second, specific epithet, that is name of the species. In the next video, we will be studying about binomial nomenclature, systematics, taxonomy, taxonomic categories, taxon, taxonomic hierarchy, species, genus, family.